guess. I mean... My belly aches. Will your soldiers cure me? I don't think I've seen that voice line before. This guy can get completely ignored, so I'm going to kind of shift over this way because I think this side's going to be a little tough. Now, how far away are you targeting? Okay, we're safe here. At least for the moment. Now, I'm converging 2 people on this side, which is not great. We're gonna our catapults, or ballistas, as it were, are gonna have to do some serious work here. I think that's the short version. Now, you being wounded is kind of a bummer. But there really are very few ways to recoup health, I'm realizing. Have I even ever tried a glint find no seer run? That's an interesting question. Get wrecked. Oh yeah, this is no longer a hammer. I should be aware of that. Be wary of that. I'm going to enjoy watching this Ravager never make anything of themselves. Oh, that was a questionable... Oh my gosh, you have no movement now. What happened, my friend? Meg being wounded is really messing with us. We'd have to build a temple to fix that. I was gonna take out that Ravager this turn, but then clearly I got distracted. Let's see, you... you're not doing much. The, I think we need to make sure that the confines of the inside of our base are very full to avoid stuff like this showing up. Min, why would I not play it out? You gotta play your knights out. Always. It's bad form not to. But yes, it may very well be. Did not expect that Ravager to weather the storm as well as they just did. The Ravager has to go because it's going to potentially do a bunch of damage over there. All right, now the panic sets in. Yeah, so I think if we do start a new run, I'm definitely going to give my computer a restart in hopes that that stabilizes things, but I'm not sure what we'll do with limited time. Oh, did we have another blue screen step? Was there a brief blue screen? Because I've been having some issues with that, and I've tweaked some settings for like 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Thank you. I've been wanting to know when those happen, so that is very helpful. Ravager took a little too much work to get sorted out. Okay, you're at least relatively safe. Poison friend can poison things. I'm super curious how this night is going to play out. Once things start chewing on our walls, I want to see how resilient our walls are, or if our heroes just die long before. Stop stealing all my AP and mana, game. Okay, so this Ravager made it all the way in, so they're going to chomp on a wall. How much damage are you going to do to that wall? I mean, that's not terrible. I do find it funny that we can't kind of hide inside our walls. So we're really just... We're really just gonna hang out here until it becomes so inhospitable that we can't do anything, I guess. The flying ones could become problematic, for sure. Kind of hoping that would get the kill. Yeah, definitely we'll need warp gates at some point. I think we're a little too early to invest in them, though, right now. Because I was thinking about it, and I feel like for a strategy like this to work, which, you know, it is ever increasingly looking like a strategy like this just won't work. But for it to work, now if you move to here, are you in or out? You're out. Okay. You need to go really heavy early game, I feel like, into getting your ballistas going, or you're just gonna have a bad time. Really? Can't even one-shot one of those? All right, well. The, like, I think, honestly, taking the non-materials early probably hurt us. The fact that we took that gear on, like, night number 1 was probably a bad thing for us. Kind of wondering when the counter is going to appear. It's interesting actually relying on walls to have some positive effect, but I think it's a bit problematic that we don't have the ability to actually hide within the walls, because things are getting a little dicey out here, I feel like. It's potentially like the understatement of the century also. I don't mean to understate the grievousness of our current situation. Now, if I move back 1, this tile is technically safe. It's not significantly better than the tile that we're currently on, but let's see. Undodgeable doesn't do us a lot here. Triple swipe is a little weak. We can't do much better against the bats. So I think the bats could cause problems just because they can get inside of our space. Okay, we get it. You're charging up. Very cool, very legal. Yeah, I mean, like, the walls are holding. Like, this is the thing that I find interesting, is at least at this point, the walls seem to be holding a little bit. Which, you know, like, the bad guys are just starting to get into our business. But it certainly feels like it could be going worse, I guess, is how I feel about it. They're a good bees target. Am I in the danger zone here? I'm not. And then from here we can kind of like toss a bees on this, I think. Okay, momentum friend. We do have like a spear dude here that needs handling, and that's going to be a little annoying for us just because of their big armor. I think probably spending the 10 HP to run away a bit is a good strat here. Only 130 enemies left. Have we stood anyone next to a explodey orb? It doesn't look like it. So this is This certainly looks bad, but our walls are holding, which is keeping our ballistas and our buildings intact. There's something here, I feel like. I think the right group of heroes can make a big difference. Like, if we had all defensive, all stunning heroes. This is where, like, modding could come in and be a lot of fun, I feel like. Like, if we could handpick our heroes. Could we create a team that would do good work in this context? And the answer is for sure I don't know, but let's see. I think we just pop that because I think that's gonna take out most of them. Okay. I'll let the ballistas do the rest of the work there. So do we think the walls are going to get breached before we finish this one up? I'm unsure. With how tense things are right now, I think I might pop one of those. I mean, it's not like we're going to have any mana left anyways, thanks to these jerks. I mean, the walls look really good. Are walls secretly OP? If the stream wasn't a complete disaster, that might be the question we'd be answering. Let's see, you're gonna get wrecked anyways. Just gonna kind of remove a few from the equation. And we're not gonna have any mana left over at the end of this anyways, so I might as well spend it while I can. I mean, it certainly could look a lot worse, Lo. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling pretty surprised that it's not a complete and utter disaster. You are potentially in some danger. But I think the ballistas mostly protect us. Yeah, I mean, like, the walls are doing insanely good work. Like, I'm actually kind of impressed by Fortress. Okay. Let's see. How do I kill this Ravager? Maybe just like start with this and see what happens. It's underwhelming. Leaves us in a bad position. Can we... No, no windwalks available. Kind of awkward position here. Let's see. Worried about the bats probably more than anything. But I can like run all the way out here. No real reason not to, I don't think. All right, then we're not going to get much out of that. I mean, for being a boss knight, and the fact that we're still sitting on 3 heroes, and have not built a shop, I mean, I think this is interesting. We're also doing like a really good job of baiting corpses, like even more than just inside of our base. Like we're doing a great job of getting them real close. Which there are more rings to the corpse equation than just the simple inside your base, outside your base type of thing. I mean, I think we only have one on fire wall. Oh, I'm glad I didn't stand near this. Because that would have been like a run killer. Oh, man. I was 1 tile off. Or I think this one was new, but nonetheless. So you're safe from that. You're safe from that. We can do like the carom shot to get that guy. That leaves us 1 bad guy. Have any more mana to take, dude. Okay, so that one just evaporated, which means that it definitely wasn't just added. But I mean, that was interesting. No, Darren, that's part of the work that unfortunately has led to the instability, but also an improvement. So yeah, now I'm streaming at 1440p at a higher bitrate and transcoding for Twitch down to 1080p 60. So that's been I've been working on that project on the side, and I pulled the trigger at the beginning of last week, and I've been having some stream instability issues as a result of it, but you know, you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet or something. So let's do some level ups, see what we got going on here. So you're a poison hero now, and I think you are going to be doing more poison moving forward. Poison and stun though, so we'll grab that. Thank you. I am working on it in the background, trying my darndest. Thank you. I had someone swing by and be like, "Oh, I didn't know that your camera didn't stink," and I was like, "I take that as the fact that I think things are working." I think I'll grab those 2. I do want to get Runic Gift out there. Momentum Hero, getting some momentum. Yeah, all of my videos on YouTube should also be 1080p moving forward. That is the plan. So you'll see an improvement in the episodic content, hopefully as well. Fingers crossed. See, longer reach is good, but let's get... Oh, we have to get longer reach first, then we can get inertia. No boom there, unfortunately. Now, Thorndyke here. Thorndyke is our one with defensive training, which is why they are leveling up so insanely quickly. And we're going like Blood Mage, Poison, Dagger something build, I guess. Switched over to Bloodthirst. We do like Vivified. I probably should have thought about Vivified. I don't know if we can afford Field Study. Epidemic. Is Epidemic really part of my plan here? Since we're not going Septic Shock. I think I'm gonna walk away from that one. Attacks with health consuming skill. The attack gains 50% crit power. Meh. I think we're going full Blood Mage here. Gonna try and get some more HP going. Thorndyke, I think, is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Multi-hit is huge. Propagation bounces is also huge. Okay, so now we have to decide what we're going to do about corpses here. We got our 4 corpse piles. Part of me is like, we need to go full send on ballistas here. What are we fitting in here? Can we fit something in there? No, it's only a 1 tile. We can probably delete one of these mana wells to put something else in there. Should have used the free ability of the mana well before I did that, but... So let's see. Both of these got upgraded, right? Yes. So let's... So from this we get 128. Using one of these, we get 120 materials and nothing else. So we always want to do our corpse piles. I think I'm going to do... Two for that, and then 2 for gear. And then I do think we need a bit more gear, so... So we'll do that. All right. I'm also sticking on 3 heroes, which I don't know if that's necessarily the smartest plan, but that's a great trinket for our Blood Mage. That's a great reroll opportunity, potentially. Mana Crystal? I don't think we can say no to a Warp Crystal. Not a Mana Crystal. The level 3 Prophet's Toga is pretty decent. I think the pistol is better than the cursed armor. As much as I like the cursed armor here, I think we need to take weapons when we get offered them because we don't have a huge number of opportunities to get weapons. See, this is just really nice, though. Silver Sledge is a big pickup. But yeah, there's definitely... we have an interesting question of balancing our 2 reward options here. So let's see. This is... I liked this for our hammer person. Put that there, and then you're a poison person, so our blood mage can take that. That can go there for now. Maybe do an offhand crossbow instead. Give the warp crystal to you. That gets replaced. Better hammer here. Meg gets a sweet crown and a new pistol. You can take that. And then the Prophet's Toga I was planning to put here. Which means that Meg gets that. Now, at some point, it's going to be worth building a shop just to upgrade. Just to upgrade it and then sell all of the stuff that we've been collecting. But I don't think that moment is now. Let's see. We might as well... I think we're going to start pooling our resources, but we might as well get you a little bit of mana. And then... I don't think we're going to use these that heavily. All right, well, everyone pick a side. Put you in the... actually, we'll put our momentum here in the middle. And then we're going to leave corpses. So let's now build ballista. Let me see if I can find the ones that I just built. Now, we also took trap perks. So we can start thinking, we could start thinking about some traps too. I mean, not at the moment, obviously, but did we get all of our ballistas? And does this complete the, did we complete the ring? Looks like we completed the ring, which is a good place to be. There's not really anything to build. We could... I think we save up because we are going to have to build an inn and then hire people and then I think tear down the inn, which is a weird thing. We also don't have that many nights to do all of the things that I'm planning to do, but I don't know. We get to do another night, so that's cool. If you had asked me if we were going to make it to this night, I would have said, probably not. Oh, I was like, where the heck were these guys? The diagonal is a little bit of bad news for us. But I think it actually works out kind of okay for us. Okay. Our goal is just going to be to protect the walls from the boomers. And I think most everything else is just going to work itself out. Okay. Especially these like leading edge bulky or boomers are really good for business actually because they're going to mean that we have a really good like we're essentially setting up a minefield. When we slow down the bulkies, they enter into it, and as they approach, they will explode and take things with them. The diagonals is a little annoying, though. Do I want to go this deep? Yeah, I think I do. I should have probably put a little bit of work in on that hopper. But yeah, see, this guy's not making it in, so we are not that worried about them. Our momentum hero is starting to pop off pretty solidly. Okay. Okay, we love that that boomer came in. We love that this boomer came in. Part of what's going on here also, just to talk through some of the different dynamics that are weirdly at play here, is that the fact that we haven't pushed back the fog actually is playing to our advantage pretty heavily, because it means that we're slowing down the speed at which the enemy is encroaching on us. Because they can only spawn so many enemies on kind of the surface that they've been provided. So they're kind of coming in nice and slow, which gives us a lot of flexibility. Now, let's see. You're a blood mage now, so we should be doing things like this all the time. Didn't really want to kill that. That was not the plan. I just wanted to maim it. Okay. I don't think there's any chance that we S rank this night, but it would be kind of hilarious if that's what happened. If we went from max panicking to with only 3 heroes S ranking. Our blood mage is certainly going to be only helping the situation. And the enemies are so close together that if we can keep up on our boomer pruning, I think good things could happen. Just throw some stuns out there. We don't have to go crazy with it. This side is a little bad news bears. But we do have the momentum hits are hitting nice and hard. If you buy upgrades and then tear down the building, do you keep the upgrades? Yes, you do, Swordmaster. So it is possible for us to reach max heroes this way, albeit a little weird. Do I want to do this? I don't think this is worth doing. I think we'd rather get 2 momentum hits in. you still have an action. We'll do that. All right. This is the turn where panic is going to go from 0 to 1,000 for sure. But the ballistas are keeping it. They're holding down things a little bit. Elite Boomer over here with 3,000 HP and Mirror Shield. Yeah, our Momentum Hero is going to have a tough time, I think, now. There's no way this Boomer booms for enough to kill this guy, right? Yeah, so let's get a little extra movement out of things. 'Cause then we can retreat like this. And it's pretty much just the boomers. Like if all I get done is the boomers here, the worst case scenario is we end up in a situation where we have some lumberjacks doing some work, which is not terrible. We will get inertia off of this, so that'll give us a bit of movement. If I go into the corner, I'm probably going to get hit by 2 splitters. I don't think that's fantastic for business. Potentially still get hit by 3, but I think this guy's wounded, so he'll probably be okay. Love the septic shock there. Should have saved for. I should have used my hammer strikes. I was planning to, and then I kind of ran out of options there. You're outside right now? Okay, everybody's outside, so I think... Yeah, I think we just let everybody come in. I might move forward and just slow you down a bit. I'm slightly unsure how I'm going to handle the boomer over here. I'll probably just, like, lock it in place outside of town. But... This corner's a little bad. Ballistas did well there. More elites. What's this guy? Energetic. Energetic's going to be annoying, for sure. This blows up this boomer a little early, but I think we need to keep things under control over here. Start working on the next one of these guys. $118 poison. That doesn't get the kill on you. I bet these 3 will, though. There we go. Okay. And then here's what I think. I think I need to swap here. Is there an easy way to do that? Yeah, with this, there is. Our momentum hero needs boom before they're going to be able to really sing. Are you playing Gildenberg? Low? That's the only explanation I can come up with for what you are saying. Then you have met the Harpies. Hooray, hurrah. Yeah, the Harpies are, they're not too threatening. I wouldn't freak out too much. Okay, I mean, we did pretty well there. We knew we were maxing panic, but... Well, almost maxed panic. 283 to go. All right, mostly right here. Let's see, is this worth doing? Probably not. With Boom, this would be so much more pleasant. But still not terrible. The stuns are doing insane work here, though. And by insane work, I mean they're at least keeping us in the game. If we step to here, I think... So one of the things we can do for our ballista is we can avoid having two separate regions where enemies are coming in. Like if we can keep the horde very concentrated in one location, that's going to be good for our ballistas. And then we need to kind of shift over this way, go 1, 2, 3. I guess we do all three on this guy. And then we'll start working on this guy, because I think this guy's now within ballista doing work. We do need to make sure, we have to be very careful that this guy doesn't get... Actually, it doesn't matter if he gets inside the confines of the base. I was going to say that could be a problem, but really, it's not that big a deal at all. Because we're already maxed on panic, right? So we're not gonna have that problem. Yeah, Lo, you haven't played in a while if you hadn't seen the Harpies. But I mean, but the Harpies were in place, I think, long before full release. Just thinking back. I feel like that was, yeah, I don't know exactly when that happened, but it's been a while. All right, so I am going to slow this guy down. The energetic guy, I think, is going to become a bit of a problem. That guy's not moving. The energetic guy, I think we're going to have to kill next turn, though. Okay, what are we even doing? So I think I'm just praying for stuns over here to try and guard my walls. This is a... Oh, this boomer is... Okay, before I do anything else, I think I need to... make sure that we take him out. Okay. Everything's gravy from here, I think. But that needed to happen. Oh gosh. Boom would tear through this side so well. Okay, so now that you've done that, we need to get rid of this guy. I suspect you will, Lo. I suspect you will. Good luck. The ballistas are almost overwhelming our problems. We're gonna start to have problems where we're kind of locked on this side and we need someone to come around and take out these guys, but okay, you're not generating panic, which is interesting. Let's see. I think we open with that. Really thought we would get the kill on this one. Let's see, because I think I need to double slow death this guy so that he doesn't ruin our fun. And then I'm really hoping we get this guy dead with our remaining AP. I think we will. I did one extra one there just to be on the safe side. Might as well do that now. Now you need to be able to run free, my friend. Glad we had the warp crystal there. Boom would be just mana from heaven over here. I can't even. And then I think, honestly, if we're tucked in this corner, I don't think we have much to worry about. All these guys are so low health. We'll probably be fine. With a little more percentage stun, I think we'd be in very good shape. We're still in pretty good shape, though, I will say. Okay. Did you already move? Yeah, you did. All right, well, I don't think we've made any slip-ups with boomers quite yet. And the ballistas continue to just do insane work here. We are going to have... I think we're going to have Meg come over and take out this. So technically, I think I might have killed this guy before he had a chance to realize his full potential. We'll see. And I guess it's not really his potential I'm worried about. It is my own. I want those tasty elite corpses. And then this guy needs to get softened up, because I don't want to be kind of caught off guard by them. If you move only one tile to here, this is plain. We don't really like that very much. Okay, it doesn't matter. We used up all of our stuff. Okay, so you're gonna... This side I think we can ignore. The ballistas get the job done over here. No problem. We're gonna spend 2 mana doing this. There's the Relentless proc. Okay, and then actually, before we do any more work, let's see how well our stuns land. That was a pretty good stun. Okay, not bad actually. That means we can toss a bees like over here maybe. Okay. Let's see, we go from 3 to 0 movement. Great work. We're not in that much danger here, I don't think. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Looks good. The stuns are doing such an amazing job in parallel with the walls. Is the energetic guy moving yet? I think he dies before he moves. 236? No, maybe he doesn't actually. Maybe we just perfectly nailed it. Great hits there. Now, strangely, I think over here we've actually done a worse job with corpses because we should be leaning on our walls at least a little, it seems. And then we can hop out here. Okay. Good enough. And then, can I get a shot at you? I can't. Is it just because of this guy? This guy's not making it anymore, so I think we can call that good enough. Save him for next time. Okay. Safe and sound. These guys, yeah, these guys are all just doomed, I say. We definitely need more stun capacity on Tanic. But I think yet again we survive. Not only do we survive, I think our repair bill is going to be like laughably low. Yeah, and these guys are actually coming in, which is amazing. So we'll probably get the max out of our... Well, I mean, we do okay, we absolutely do need to, I think, come over this way. Yeah, because we are gonna have a problem where the one guy is mirror shield, so ooh, bad breakpoints there. How much you moving in? You can slow down 1. Now the energetic guy, he's kind of in a bad way. I think we let him hit the walls though. I think that's just okay. Yeah, he'll probably move in and he may even just hit our hero, which I don't love the idea of. I wish you could grapple to corpse piles, but sadly that is not an option. Do you like wands more or crossbows for multi-hit builds after the last patch? Also, I wanted to say your last ball content is top tier. Thank you so much, Sugar Bear. Very, very kind of you to say so. I think I like wands more. I really like them, and I think they also pair well together, so I don't think that there's not a huge reason not to go for both if you're going for multi-hit. But yeah, I think Magic Missile with its resistance piercing, it's just too good against so many of the final bosses. Let's see, what's the play here? I think we just proc Relentless and try and blow this guy up. You can take another hit. You're just fine. All right, good enough. I'll do the rest with my Blood Mage here. Yeah, I'm a little sad. This run is turning out rather fascinating. And sadly, we had some issues with the recording of it at the beginning that I think is going to make it a little hard to splice together. Now you, Elite. We don't have a great way to apply a debuff to this thing either. I think I'm just gonna hit and run. I don't mind if it walks all the way to here though, so I guess that's fine. Toss some movement on you. At some point we may need to build a temple just to tear it down afterwards. Okay, sorted out there. Looking good. All right, let's let the ballista do their job. Look at the tar that we have created on this corner here. Level 10 is a great break point for starting to do some shopping in the inn. Okay, so thank you. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. I think we want to take all of them. I think we go for all gold and we just build the inn and see if we can maybe recruit 2 heroes. I don't think we'll be able to. Oh yeah, there is so much bird poop. So much bird poop. Given that we have to build the inn, I think we're only getting 1 hero right now. And we're getting it from all sides, so it's very unlikely that we can kind of like... I was thinking maybe we just build the inn out here and just try and protect it. But I don't think that's the play. All right, let's go for money nonetheless so that we can at least do some re-rolling. So Sugar Bear, the story goes that unfortunately Twitch has a rather crappy and anti-competitive policy where you can't multi-stream. And I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the moment. I think you've probably found me through my YouTube content. And so if I were to, like, I'm well past the threshold for affiliate on Twitch, but if I were to actually sign Twitch's contract, I would be hamstringing myself from being able to grow on YouTube. So YouTube is the primary place that I am building my audience, but I want people to watch wherever they want to watch. So I continue to multi-stream to Twitch just as kind of like an option for people who want it. Okay, so let's see. We have 900 gold. I guess let's build the inn. Doesn't matter where. Now we have 800 gold. Ben, I love Ben. We're going to take Ben no matter what. Welcome to the squad. And then if we spend 130, we can probably get a second person. Okay, this is weird for sure. Do we like Brielle? Brielle looks pretty good. Spending on the reroll, I don't know if that's a good idea. All right. Brielle was not quite as high level. Might have been worth rolling again. We also should have done our level ups before we built the inn, but... Hey, Stefan. Yes, I have seen the Last Spell board game Kickstarter. Looks interesting. I'm glad they're doing it. I am at the same time a little disappointed that I'm not seeing, like, if they're going to keep building on the Last Spell IP, like, they need to keep updating the game. They've gone pretty silent since 1.0, and I don't love that. I didn't even check Brielle's stats here, but yeah, they look pretty good. Hold on, we got a lot of stuff to do here. I can't believe that we may actually... I don't know if we're going to survive this one, but we're certainly going to give it a try. 1,200 materials is looking pretty good. I need to pee, though, so give me a second. I'll be right back. Before I go, though, if you happen to be in Twitch World and you're not a sub to me on YouTube, which is free, incidentally, I'll toss myself a shout out on there. And then also, I'd love to have everyone who is interested join the Discord. We have some fun talking about all kinds of things over there. So would love to see you over there. But yeah, give me a second. Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back. And then we have a ton of level ups to do, some gear to collect, etc. I do realize we're going to have a hard time getting equipment for our new heroes. We'll cover that next time, maybe. All right, back we go. So let's see. We have one more worker to spend. I think I'm just going to grab one more of these non-load-bearing corpse piles. Let's see what we're getting for gear. That was my favorite pistol. This is also really nice, but I'm not sure the druid staff is that important to us. So let's grab that. Power staff with 3 skill range on it makes me really happy that I didn't pick up the druid staff. I should have looked at all of these before I took anything. This is probably a roll. And this is a roll. Steel axe is a bit of a hard sell. I'm not going to lie. 2 great axes. The game sometimes really knows how to stick it to you. Okay. We'll have to figure that out in a second. But let's do our level ups. So Tannic definitely needs some more stun. Now we'll grab that, but it's not great. We get 1 perk. I think Epidemic is the pickup. Meg is our momentum hero. She'll be picking up Boom, I think. Oh no, she's still 1 away. Oh, let's get her proximity shot instead of head on. Proximity shot is way better. Now our Blood Mage did get 2 level ups. Oh, Fortress Master. I don't even need Blood Collector, I don't think. Let's get Fortress Master and Don't Panic. I actually think that's a pretty sick combo. Let's take some healing received. I think that's not terrible. Take a big health increase. That's good. Okay, now Meg. I was thinking we were on Meg before we were. I'll take the magic damage. Rolling for momentum there seemed like pure greed. Is she still wounded? She isn't, but she only has 8 movement, which is not great. Okay, so Ben, what are you going to be when you grow up? You look a lot like you're doing multi-hit type stuff. Let's do a poison dagger build on you. Yeah, I think that's a good. We need to find a dagger, but that means we like crit power. We liked the stun there. I should have taken it, but we'll take some poison. Some poison. Tough choice there, but we want poison and we want stun chance. If we can get both of those, we will be happy eventually. Skill range is good. Now I went a little hard there looking for multi-hit. I wanted to spend most of my rolls there. Some accuracy would be good. But I mean, if they're going to drown me in crit, I won't complain. There goes that accuracy I was talking about, but... Alright, I have to take some crappy accuracy upgrades because they're not being nice to me. Okay, accuracy definitely didn't make it to where we were hoping for, but that's okay. So let's see. We grab Septic Shock. First Blood. Nimbleness. Runic. I don't care for 1x1 very much, so I think I'll probably go Thrifty, because we're gonna have a bit of a struggle. We'll grab this, we'll grab Epidemic, and then it's gonna be Potent Toxins, Big Game Hunter, and Legendary Assassin, I think. Not the order I should have taken those, but that's okay. And then, so that means that you're Plague Doctor. What are you, Brielle? You're going to go Big Mana Pool, Defensive Training, First Blood Glass Cannon, I think. Runic Gift. Crit Master. Thrifty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 7 that we're going to do. Plus 6, and then we get 3 at the top tier, which is going to be like Legendary Assassin, Fortress Master, and I think Sure Power. Okay. It's not a bad start, for sure. So we're looking for multi-hit over here. That's going to be multi-hit and crit power are both going to be really good over here. Take the skill range, but well, a lot of skill range is going to make her an interesting hero early on here, but good gracious. That was pain. All right, her skill range is absolutely unbelievable. But without a wand, we're going to have a hard time making this work. Get your accuracy to a decent level. Bird poopers have left the building. Well done, Lo. Welcome back to the last spell. Okay. So, we've spent our rerolls. That means we're taking 2 Great Axes. Just because we need weapons. Let's see. So let's get all of the airspace filled in. Let's do our repair. We only took 11 points. That's insane, actually. Oh, there's a spot here. Let's see, did I miss any upgrades? Created quite a lovely and well-orchestrated ball of death here. And with 112, I think we just start doing... Okay. We start the upgrade process. Now, we need to look at... I mean, the gear that we have is kind of the gear that we're getting. So... Step 1, I think, is give you that. Then this goes to Brielle, who has 5 skill range. So we said we were going to make you like a crit multi-hit build, but for now you're going to, that M is going to stand for momentum temporarily. We can give you that. Give you that, and then you're gonna take that. You can take that for some poison damage, and then I'll take the one that has the XP on it, I think. But actually, you're better off. We got you some stuns, so you're better off taking a hammer. Honestly, we don't look that bad. Could be a lot worse, honestly. And we do have this level 2 Adept's Orb. I don't think that's better on Brielle. I think sword plus pistol, we're going to get some good momentum value out of that. Okay. I'm not saying there's a chance, but this pivot to having heroes is certainly an interesting one. So let's see. We'll put Tanic on this side. Meg can go over here, and then Brielle and Ben probably need to like support over here and here. You do have boom now, right? Or did you fall short of boom again? You fell short of boom, but you did pick up proximity shot. That's probably good. Okay. Well, that was an interesting round of stuff. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh, a free building ability. That we should definitely not squander. Yeah, 50 gold we will float. Okay.